Hi, it's Kerr9000 and welcome to my channel. Now, in this video I want to talk about how I have lost 4 stone and 8 pounds, which is 64 pounds for those who do it purely in pounds, in 15 weeks. It has been an absolutely astronomical change. If you look through my videos, you will see that not only has my body massively changed, but my face has as well. My face has really slimmed down. I've got more of a neck. I've lost what I'd call my moobs. And I've still got a tummy, but a heck of a lot smaller tummy. Now, if you had told me 100 days ago, well, I think it's about 105 or 6 now, when I started this, that I would get to this stage by this point, I would have thought that you were completely talking a load of rubbish. I know dieting is very hard. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm so impressed with what I've managed to do. And basically, I want to make this video to say, if you want to do it, you can do it. I am not somebody who is a typical dieter. I have been big my whole life. When I left school at 16, I was 21 stone. I got down to 13 stone and 7 pounds for a brief moment of time when I was trying to make it as a professional rugby player, and then I got hit by a car which shattered my ankle, and basically my ankle had to be rebuilt, and by the time I could walk again, I'd ballooned back up to about 19 stone. I've spent the last 10 years ping-ponging between 16.5 stone to 21.5 stone. And I basically just, I had enough of it. My missus went on a diet to reverse a diabetes diagnosis, and I decided to join along to not only be supportive, which I think is very important. If you or somebody in your life wants to lose weight, the level of support around you is so important. It's beyond measure. And the both of us doing it together really has helped me, and I think it's helped her. But how did I do it? If you're there thinking you want to do it, well, it all started with various slimming drinks. I'm talking Slim Fast and Superdrug Slender Plan and XLS Medical drinks. All stuff that's between 2 to 226 calories a drink. And essentially I set myself the target of trying to be around 800 calories a day. And I must have done that for a good 6 weeks, which is quite a long time to sustain yourself on such a low amount of calories. The first week, the weight absolutely dropped off. I lost, I think it was 11 pounds in a week. But when I worked it out, I had been eating around 3,000 calories a day. So to go down to like 800, you know, it was a massive, massive deficit. And that is what loses you weight, is eating in a calorie deficit. And it's hard. There's 2 types of hunger, I think. There is actual physical hunger, where your body is demanding food to perform its functions. And it can be hard to say no to physical hunger. But the other kind is mental hunger. And I think mental hunger is an even bigger hurdle. I'm epileptic and I suffer from fits. And if I feel rough from that, one of my major answers to it is shoveling food in my mouth. It always has been. Because you feel disorientated and sick and fed up of the world. And what's going to help that? A nice piece of chocolate cake or some pizza, or, you know, a celery stick doesn't really give you that whoop to face the world that a lot of fatty stuff does. I'm also somebody who eats massive portions. I've always liked to have my plate loaded up high. So after having so many weeks of 800 calories, my next step was to basically find massive portions I could eat that were low calorie. Well, what do I mean by this? Well, I've always liked tuna. And I know some people will hate it, but you've got to find your tuna, if that makes sense. You've got to find something you really enjoy that's not high calories. And I'm particular about salad, but there's a particular type of bag, they usually call it crunchy salad, which is lettuce leaf with bits of carrot and it might be beetroot or something in it. That's all pretty crunchy other than the lettuce, which is smooth. And a bag of that with either this Chinese dressing I had or a Worcester sauce and some tuna creates a pretty big plate. It's only 200 calories. So I started replacing some of my shakes with that. And I also started buying various different soups that were 200 calories. Tomato, chicken, mushroom, pea and ham. Basically enough that I could have a variety. Also with my diet shakes, I didn't stick to any one type. I'd have a chocolate for one and then a banana and then a strawberry. Because having the different tastes stopped me from getting bored of them. Something I didn't give up, pop. But I stuck to low-calorie, sugar-free pop. Things like Pepsi Max, Diet Sprite, a lot of cans from Aldi that were diet. And when I got to a point where I'd lost a decent amount, I upped my calories from 800 to 1,400 a day. Which, after 800, seems like an absolute banquet. But I know that it's easy to diet and diet and diet and diet and then stop and gorge. So I've wanted, as I've lost weight, to slowly up my calories because dieting doesn't solve everything. You can drop weight, but keeping the weight off is possibly far more important, really. And you don't want to diet for your entire life. So what I'm trying to do is build new habits. And these habits are things like pick the diet pop. Don't have ice cold coffees that are 200 calories a can just because you can. There was times I felt hungry before where I'd pass a Greggs and I'd eat a pasty. But that would be as well as the 3 meals a day, and then I'd have a chocolate bar later. And I'm not saying you can't have a pasty, but probably have to count it as a meal or lose something somewhere else to fit it in. I also got these noodles, which are cognac noodles, I think they're called, which are incredibly low calorie, and I started putting them in stuff. I made spaghetti bologneses with them, which were, relatively low calorie. I've also took all kinds of vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin D, iron, turmeric. Do I know how much they've helped me? No, not at all. Maybe they've been a colossal help, or maybe they've just all come out in my pee. But certain rituals like taking them that I've started, I've just continued as things are going well because I'm like, why change anything? I was doing 50 sit-ups, trying to do them in under 2 minutes, but I was always hitting about 2.5 minutes. But I've been really lax with those for the last few weeks, and I've still been losing weight. I suppose it became a bit of a chore doing them, but when my stomach was bigger and I was struggling a lot, I think it really did help me to have a goal to focus on. Even now, though, I can't get under 2 minutes with them. I'm still like 2 minutes 15. If you want to change though, you can, but you've got to have a lot of determination. You've got to keep telling yourself what you're doing it for, and just don't give up. If anybody wants to talk to me, you can leave a message on the end of this video and I'll, try and get back to you. Ask any questions you like. There's an entire shed load of diet videos of mine on here that you can watch, which will sort of track down how I've been going at one point, and also review a lot of products. I did get one product I'm just going to briefly show. Shreddy. Oh, Get Shreddy protein. I've been using this as a diet drink. It's salted caramel ice cream flavour. I got 2 bags of it for £2 each. This is the sealed bag. The other one's open. I've been drinking it. I rather enjoy it. I've seen some places sell it for £20. I'm not sure if I'd recommend it for that, because you probably get alternatives a lot cheaper. But if you see it on offer, it's not a bad flavour. I had my weigh-in today and I've lost £4 this week. So I am now 14 stone 7 pounds, which I know probably sounds to some people like a big guy, but when I started at 19 stone 1 pound and when I've been 21 stone 7 pounds before, it feels awesome, and it really is worth the effort, because when I look in the mirror I can see the effort. I feel better about how I look. I feel more healthy, and it's all you can do, isn't it? Try and do what's best for you. If you want to lose weight, go for it. Anyway, that's Kerr9000 signing off, saying take care of yourself and each other. Laters, taters. Hi, it's Kerr9000. I'd just like to say thank you for making it to the end of my video. I've got lots of stuff on my channel, my horror house doing horror reviews, my game room where I talk about video games, Sci-Fi Station, my Diet Corner videos, all kinds of stuff. I can also be found on the Retro Gamer U forum and the J Arcade forum, which are both great places full of great people and some great video game conversations. At the end of this video there'll be a little icon to tick if you want to subscribe, a link to a video and a link to one of my playlists. I'd also like to recommend the wonderful talented Just Jessica 1988 on TikTok, who does a lot of diet videos and is my supportive partner. Thank you once again for watching my video, and particularly if you follow me, thank you for all of your support. Have a great rest of your day. Laters, taters.